Alrighty guys, here it comes, the 5 things I think every beginner should know in Illuvium. I'm gonna be covering all the 5 different games in Illuvium, and we're gonna give one very important tip for beginners for each game. Enjoy, it's gonna be a quick one. I know you wanna save time and jump back into the Illuvium games. So the most important thing in the Illuvium Overworld when you wanna hunt down Illuvials is gonna be to equip a weapon. And my weapon of choice, and I think the best weapon in the game for this, is gonna be the sword. You can just equip a tier 0 sword, it doesn't matter. You drag it right here in the weapon slot. You can only do this in the Sanctum Mesa, in your hub outside. Once you're in the run, you cannot adjust your loadout anymore. Also make sure you have all your drone gear equipped and everything. Just make a little check before you jump into the game. And once you have this weapon equipped, you're gonna have a G ability next to your F ability. Let's check that out. Alrighty, so once you're in the game, in the bottom left corner, you see the F and the G ability. F ability is my drone ability. I have the Hilde, so once I press F, this happens. It's gonna box in the Illuvial, snare it down. And then I have the G ability, so my shots usually look like this. But because I have the sword equipped, once I press G, this happens. My shots get way stronger, do more damage, and they're also heat-seeking. And if you combine those two abilities, it's gonna be so easy to shoot down any Illuvial in seconds, even in stage 3 encounters. So next up will be the Ascendant Arena. And this is your playground for all the Illuvials you captured. You can build a team with them, bring them into the arena, and play a 1 versus 1 game versus other players. The thing to note here is it's very nice to bring your own Illuvials, but there is also 3 different free-to-play decks: Muddy Friends, Hot Fish, and I Need Healing. And the tip I want to give you today, Hot Fish, it's Scions and Bulwarks, Castles and Bulwarks, is really strong and a lot of fun to play around with. The other 2 are not bad either. So before you go and invest so much money in the marketplace to find the perfect team, just try out the game, try out the free decks, and they're really fun, really good, and yeah, you're gonna have a good time. Alrighty, next up we got Illuvium Gauntlet. This game mode is heavily inspired by TFT, Teamfight Tactics, the biggest strategy game right now in the world. And what's to note here is that you play versus 7 other players, and everybody is choosing from the same card pool. So all these Illuvials down here that you see, they all come from the same card pool. And if I pick Tatopy, and if Tatopy is very strong and everybody picks Tatopy, maybe there's 20 Tatopys in the pool, we don't know the exact number yet. But the more people go for this unit, the less there will be in the pool and the harder it will be to get it. So what does that mean? If there's a very strong strategy and everybody goes for it, then it's going to be harder and harder for everybody to complete your units, because you need 3 of them to actually evolve it to the next stage. So it's going to be hard to find 9 of them to evolve it into the last stage. It's going to be stage 3. So yeah, that means if there is one very strong tactic, either you manage to be lucky and get it early on, or you maybe want to go for a different tactic where it's going to be super easy to get all those Illuvials because nobody's contesting it. Everybody's playing the other composition. Next up is the Illuvium Survival Arena. And the most important thing to note here is that for every 20 mastery points, you get 1 mastery point income in the next round. So this means you shouldn't put out all your Illuvials down to 0, because now you get no income. And it's very important to get income early on to build your economy, to have this compounded interest into the late game, because every income that you get right now will result in a lot of mastery points in the late game. So what you want to figure out is exactly what you need to beat this wave. In this case, I'm just going to try with a Ray. This gives me 120 mastery points left, which is 6 income for the next round, which is huge. You want to have at least a few rounds with 200 mastery points. This will give you enough economy for the late game. And one other thing to notice, this is similar in the Gauntlet mode. In Gauntlet mode, for every 10 mastery points, you get 1 income. And it's again very important to get a lot of economy early on to have enough money to play with in the late game. Before we come to the last point, I wanted to quickly remind you to please go to your account setting on the Illuvium.io homepage and then put in my referral code right here in this tab. It would support the channel and help me do more content for you guys. Thank you very much for your support. Let's get to the last point. Illuvium Zero. The most asked question on stream is, can I sell my fuel from the free-to-play lamp plot? And the answer is no, you cannot do that. You cannot earn any money from playing Illuvium Zero free-to-play, but you can earn airdrop points, which will give you money. And this is the case with all Illuvium games. All Illuvium games are completely free to play. There is some paid versions of it, but every single game in Illuvium is free to play. All of them playing them will earn you airdrop points, which will give you money at the end of each season. So if you want to find out more about airdrop points and how to earn in Illuvium, I made this video for you right here. This is gonna tell you everything you need to know about this. Thank you very much for watching. I see you in the next one. Peace out.
This song is about a fiery red dragon. His name is Rampfire.